Hello guys, this is Juan, and I'm going to be walking you guys through question 9 on the midterm. And so question 9 gives us these things. It gives us a series of x minus x cubed over 3 factorial plus x to the 5th over 5 factorial, so on and so forth. And so that is a series, or the Taylor series, for about x is equal to 0. And so if f is a function such that f prime of x is equal to sine of x squared, find the coefficient of f at x to the 7. And so because of that, we're going to use this f prime they give us. So we know this is equal to sine of x. And so because of that, we have an x squared. We can substitute this x squared into this original equation. So now when I substitute in, I'm going to have an x squared minus a x to the 6 over 3 factorial plus x to the 10th over 5 factorial. And so now, one thing people might forget is that they tell us this is f prime of x, and we want f. And so for that to be true, we need to take the integral of sine of x squared. And so when we take the integral, we're going to have an x to the 3 over 3 minus an x to the 7 over 3 factorial times the 7 plus a x to the 11 over 5 factorial times 11. And so now they ask us for the coefficient of f at x to the 7th power, and so here we have an x to the 7th power. So now we need to figure out what this coefficient is. 3 factorial is just 3 times 2 times 1, which is equal to 6. So then 6 times 7 is equal to 42. But we need to make sure that we put the negative value, because there's a negative right here. So our answer is to be negative 1 over 42 for the coefficient of f at x to the 7th. And so now I have a similar problem up here for you guys. I want you guys to try this, pause the video, and then come back to check your answer with my work. Now that you guys have done the work, I'm going to show you guys how I did this problem. And so it's pretty similar. So they give us cos of x at x is equal to 0, which is 1 minus x squared over 2 factorial plus x to the 4th over 4 factorial. And so they give us that information. They also tell us that f prime of x is equal to cos of x squared, and they want to know the coefficient of f at x to the 9th. And so for that, we're going to use this f prime again. So we're going to plug in this x squared into all these x's. And so when we do that, we're going to get 1 minus x to the 4th over 2 factorial plus x to the 8th over 4 factorial. And so now we want to know the coefficient of f at x to the 9th. So here we're going to take a quick shortcut, because we know this is going to become 9 because it's going to have to be 8 plus 1 because of the integral rule. So when we take the integral of that, we're going to get x to the 9th over 4 factorial times 9. And so 4 factorial is just 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is equal to 24. And so now we're going to have a 24 times a 9, which is equal to 216, I believe. And so now that we have this value, this is what's on the bottom. So now my coefficient of f at x to the 9 should be equal to 1 over 216. Thank you for watching my video for question 9 on the midterm problem.